Good evening and welcome back to DJ Sokol Arena in Omaha, Nebraska for the NAIA Men's Opening Round Championship matchup between the 4th-seeded Marian Knights from Indianapolis, Indiana, and the 5th-seeded Concordia Bulldogs from Seward, Nebraska. Tyler Reedy and Owen Giberson, pleased to be with you on the call. Winner moves on to the round of 16 to take on 8th-seeded Indiana Kokomo, who picked up the massive upset win over top-seeded William Penn earlier today. Now, Owen, the two men's games produced some high-quality action yesterday, and tonight should be no different.
Yeah, it should be no different. Two very different games last night, with Marian barely eking out that 66-64 win over Freed-Hardeman. And on the flip side of things, Concordia absolutely going to town, dropping 96 points last night in their, let's face it, thrilling upset win over IUNW. And if this game has even a fraction of the offensive explosiveness that they had in the first half last night, we are in for another barn burner, folks.
Yeah, so taking a deeper dive into those two games from yesterday, starting with the Bulldogs from Concordia. They turned their game into an absolute track meet, beating Indiana Northwest, as you said, 96-78, with the help of 5 double-figure scores on offense. Offense incredibly balanced for the Bulldogs, and they just continue to roll after winning the GPAC Conference Championship. And Owen, boisterous crowd behind them as well, so they should have a great opportunity to keep riding that wave into the round of 16. And head coach Ben Limbach very, very pleased with the way his players were able to feed off each other offensively, putting up those 96 points. So great opportunity for Concordia to just keep it rolling.
Yeah, and with the fans returning just like they did last night, it should still be the same atmosphere here inside of Sokol Arena, which, we were talking about that in the presser afterwards with Noah Schutt. That is a momentum builder for this team. It's something that drives you forward, and it's going to be something that Marian needs to get on top of early and silence the crowd. IUNW did a good job last night at the beginning of kind of tempering the crowd, kind of slowing things down as far as the atmosphere and the energy in this building. They were able to knock down some points early on. They were able to keep pace with the Bulldogs, but eventually it just came to be too much. Marian, if they want to stand a chance tonight, they've got to go the distance. They got to go a little bit more with the offensive side of things and try their best to either keep Concordia quiet or keep up with the noise.
And I'm glad you mentioned Noah Schutt as well, because he was the man last night for Concordia, putting up 21 points and 9 rebounds. Look for him to be a key contributor along with Carter Kent and, quite frankly, the rest of the starting 5. Any of these 5 Bulldogs can get it done on offense. Then on the other side, Marian had some nervous moments last night, but survived in the end to take down 13th-seeded Freed-Hardeman by a score of 66-64. But as we know, it doesn't matter how you get it done this time of year. It matters that you get it done. And now the Knights have had some experience facing that adversity and stepping up to the challenge, Owen. Should be in good position to face a tough crowd tonight and survive what might be a back-and-forth affair tonight.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly the word you need to put, survive. You don't necessarily need to win pretty. You just got to make sure you don't shoot yourselves in the foot. You need to make sure you stay with it and survive and advance is the message. But Marian, with that physical game that they had the other night, I can see that defense, like Christian Harvey, throwing caution to the wind, throwing himself all over the court. I could see that maybe being an issue for the Concordia offense to deal with. They might not have been used to that level of physicality. They definitely weren't last night, where there was virtually no defense being played on either end of the court. I think if Harvey can keep up that physicality, as well as some players, Tyree Johnson, we saw him get in the face alongside Christian Stewart. Those two were on it all night long, making sure Cortland Morton for Freedman-Hardeman yesterday did not really have the game that he could. I think if those two come out with a similar style defense, the aggressiveness up front, Concordia might struggle early on.
And you talked about the toughness. Marian head coach Scott Heady noted that biggest thing he admired about his team's performance last night was their toughness in what was a very physical game. And when we asked him, what's the best thing you need to do to prepare for Concordia tonight, he just said, got to get some rest. So it'll be very interesting to see how the Knights can come out coming off of that tough, gritty, grinded-out performance last night against Freed-Hardeman. So stay with us here on Striv TV. We will have starting lineups and tip-off between Concordia and Marian coming up next.
Because no two sports-related injuries are alike, our sports medicine team is made up of people from all medical backgrounds covering a variety of specialties.
We work together to create a treatment plan customized to your individual injury.
We understand that activity is not limited by age, gender, or skill level, and we offer care that is tailored to you.
Sports injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend warrior or an elite athlete, and we'll be here for you when you need us. We treat a variety of injuries, ranging from ankle sprains to ACL tears to shoulder dislocations. Our goal is to help you recover to your maximum potential.
Whether you're on the field, in the gym, or in your own backyard, our treatment and rehabilitation plans will get you back to your peak performance.
Trust our team with your sports medicine needs.
Game on.
We are ready for tip here at DJ Sokol Arena. Concordia Bulldogs and Marian Knights in the 5 versus 4 seed matchup for the right to go to the round of 16. We are underway. A.J. Watson handling the basketball to begin for the Bulldogs. Here's Wiersma. Concordia coming off that 96-point outburst, 18-point victory last night over IU Northwest. An early miss on a layup. Offensive rebound, though. This is Carter Kent. Over to Watson. He'll take a three. Watson knocks it down. He was key on all ends of the floor last night, and he's got the Bulldogs off and running with the three.
And that was an important factor last night to the Concordia offense. Offensive rebounds, getting second looks, getting their team, keeping possession, winding down the clock, but also just pinning IUNW back as much as humanly possible. They're going to need to do that again tonight against Marian.
We will get a foul called against Noah Shutt, the freshman standout from Laurel, Nebraska. The shooting foul, it sends Jacob Wiley to the free throw line. He was excellent in the victory over Freed Hardman last night, putting up 18 points and 9 rebounds. Wiley short on the first one. Selected to the All Crossroads League second team this season. Averaging 11.1 points a game, 6.1 rebounds per game coming in. But both free throws well short. And Concordia forces an empty possession. And they'll go to work up 3. Here's Kent. Moved up to 6th in all-time Concordia leading scoring last night. Needs 7 points to pass Devin Smith for 5th. As stepping out of bounds on the drive is Shutt. And a strong defensive play made by Marian. Knights will take over just over a minute in.
And Shutt, not necessarily running out of real estate, but he was forced out there. Fantastic stand-up defense. Just gave him that little nudge. Not quite enough to draw the foul, but enough to throw off the freshman that's on fire.
Inside, Wiley looking to score. He atones for the 2 missed free throws with a 2-point bucket. And the Knights are on the board. Jacob Wiley cutting the deficit down to 1. Here's Watson. Look at the speed. A.J. Watson will not draw the foul. Looked like he may have been wrapped up, but I'll say it's out of bounds off of Marian. So Concordia will take over. Watson, such a key piece last night, as head coach Ben Limbach said he's a dynamic guy that can take us to a whole new level. Fast, emotional leader for us. Looking to do the same here. Already has a 3-pointer made. Drives and kicks to Kent. He splits the defense. Kent back out for Watson. Another triple there. Another triple missed. And it's rebounded by Christian Harvey. Stewart, leading scorer for the Knights. Gets it back from Harvey. Driving on Kent. What a matchup that is. And Kent able to win it that time. Here's Wiersma on the bounce. Goaltend as Wiley got up to swat it away from Gage Smith, but the basket will count, and the Bulldogs lead by 3.
Oh, that is unfortunate there from Wiley. It was close. What an effort that was to deny.
So a 3-point lead for the Dogs. As Marian has made a change, bringing Maximus Jizzy into the game. Stewart, shot fake, travel. Trying to do a little bit too much to get away from Carter Kent. And that's the second time Stewart has either missed a shot or given the ball away on a turnover. Concordia taking over 2.5 minutes in. Gage Smith on the back cut to Wiersma. Look at that spinning score. Wow, what a play by Wiersma. Bulldogs take the 5-point lead.
Put him in the spin cycle. Goodness.
On the drive, Tyree Johnson looking for the answer, but it is not there. Now Shutt, Watson, Concordia pushing. Wiersma again. Had the hook shot slip out of his hands. Come up short, and now Stewart for Marian. Gets a screen from Wiley. Stewart kicking to Johnson. Wiley on the inside. He'll pull the jumper, and it's too long. Rebound to Wiersma. And now Watson, 3.5 minutes in. Wiersma takes a bump from Stewart and finds Gage Smith. Wiersma getting it back on a bounce to Smith, who draws the foul, and you can count the basket for Gage Smith.
Stop me if you've heard this one before this weekend. And one going to Concordia.
We saw it time and time again last night, mostly provided by Noah Shutt, but Gage Smith can do it too. He has 4 early points and going to the free throw line. Smith, the first teamer for the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Coming in averaging over 14 points a game. Second leading scorer on the Bulldog squad. And he has 5 in the first 4 minutes. All Concordia early on. We talked about in the open, Marian has to find some way to get off to a decent start and quiet the crowd. And with the 3 missing from Harvey, The tough start continues. Now Kent on the other end. Quick release, knocks it down. Carter Kent for three. Timeout. Marian with the Bulldogs up 11.
A lightning quick start from Concordia as per usual. Marian not having an answer early on. Wiley's two still the only points on the board for Marian. And that timeout was necessary because this is so far a thumping. And it doesn't look like Marian has any answers defensively. Granted, there aren't ever really many answers for an offense as good as the Bulldogs. But still, Marian not able to get anything going on the offensive side of things.
And Concordia just coming in so hot. You look at their victories since January 8th, 88-71 over Dakota Wesleyan, 82-79 over Jamestown, 83-68 over Morningside. Dropped 90s twice in victories over Midland and Dort in early February, and went back into the 80s against Dakota Wesleyan to close out the regular season and against Morningside to start the GPAC tournament. So that offense has just been firing away in 2022. And again, Owen, it's the balanced scoring. Smith with 5, Kent with 3, Watson with 3, Wiersma with 2. It's a well-oiled machine right now for the Bulldogs.
And it's a weird spot for the freshman Shutt to be on. He's in the inside, or outside looking in, I should say. Still yet to score this evening. Still plenty of time left for that.
So here's Christian Stewart over to Johnson. Knights need an answer. The spinning drive, Harvey completely shut down on the inside. Well, Marian pushing once again. It's Wiersma giving to Shutt. Shutt into the paint and a big time block from Wiley. Now Harvey races down the court and a little out of control. Kent comes away with the steal. Carter Kent getting it to Shutt, and it's Wiley again with the block. He has been a presence in the paint. That's one thing that Marian has a distinct advantage in. Wiley rises above all Bulldog starters in terms of height. He's making good use of it early.
Yeah, 3 blocks so far on the night. 2 legal, 1 illegal. So far, a block party, and that's really the only positive so far for Marian on the defensive side of the court. 13-point lead now.
And a scoring party for Concordia as Shutt becomes the 5th starter to get his name on the stat sheet. Only 5 minutes in, all 5 starters have scored for the Bulldogs. As this is Stewart for Marian. Stewart on the drive, defended well, but it's not a problem for Christian Stewart. He's on the board tonight, and it's 15-4. Wiersma on the drive. Finds Gage Smith on the perimeter. Now Watson able to escape Harvey. Kicks it out. Wiersma for 3. That one offline. Rebounded by Kent. To make that Johnson. And now Harvey looking to go. Harvey defended by Watson. And again, not an issue for Marian. They're converting on the tough tries. And they're back down by 9. Wiersma for the Bulldogs. Just under 6 minutes in. Wiersma backing down Stewart. Size advantage there, but the active hands of Stewart knocking it away. Knights starting to settle in. Stewart, quick release 3. Stewart hits it. Here comes Marian. Knights are within 6.
Yeah, they have really turned it on here in the last few minutes. Concordia gone cold. There was a few moments last night where Concordia went cold against IUNW that Northwest wasn't able to take advantage of it.
Stewart with 5 points now. Shutt out to Watson. Finding Wiersma. Watson again. Top of the key 3. He is offline. And now Stewart takes it ahead for Marian. Behind the back. Working on Kent. Double teamed into Wiley. Wiley on the hook. That one doesn't go. And rebounded by Smith. Kent. Back to Smith. Sizing up Wiley. Instead finds his man for 3. That's Noah Shutt. He has 5 points, and the Bulldogs restore the 9-point lead. And that's the thing about these Marian Bulldogs. We saw last night how well they can score in the paint, but rather the Concordia Bulldogs, we saw how well they can score in the paint, but they can take it outside and shoot as well as Stewart misses.
It's one of those multifaceted attacks that's really hard to go up against.
So there's a foul against Marian. Shooting foul. Shutt will be sent to the free throw line for 2. As we have a host of substitutes set to check in.
Basically a line change for Concordia. 4 of the 5 coming off.
Shutt knocks down the first free throw, give him 6 points. And now we'll see the changes. Marian will turn to Maximus Jizzy and Luke Goldman. Meanwhile, Concordia, all kinds of changes. Garrett Seagren, Ryan Holt. Sam Scarpelli in as well. And now Shutt will come out after the 2-for-2 trip. Tristan Smith takes his place. Smith tied a career high last night with 14 points. So with 12:27 to go in the first half. The Marian basketball trailing by 11. Lankabell out to Goldman. Back for Luke Heady. Goldman. Hands off to Jizzy. Gets it back. Goldman taking the 3 with 10 to shoot. It does not get the bounce. And now Kent, the only starter still on the floor for Concordia, kicks it out for 3. And that's a big one. Pointing to the student section. Sam Scarpelli fired up, putting Concordia up by 14.
And that's exactly what Marian needs to keep subdued. The noise, the atmosphere in here. You see the student section, you see the parents on that far side.
Quick 3 on the other end, well offline to the right from Lankabell. Concordia just looking so much more comfortable right now. As this is Tristan Smith spinning off contact. Going to the top of the key, Scarpelli. Dealt into Tristan Smith. Along the baseline, he stepped out of bounds. Marian will take it back, down by 14. 11:16 to go in the first half. Bulldogs already 6 different scores. Knights with only 3. Stewart with 5. Wiley and Harvey with 2. All 3 of them are off the floor, but Luke Goldman is on the floor. He points back at the student section and hits the 3-pointer. A big response for Marian. They'll have to string some of those together. Back within 11. As this is Scarpelli working from the top. The drive and dish. Tristan Smith scores as he was fed by Seagren. And the Bulldogs lead by 13.
That was a fantastic dime in the air, getting it down low.
Lankabell got his man in the air. Holt committed to the 3-point shot. And Lankabell takes advantage, scoring 2. And it's an 11-point game, but Carter Kent says not for long. Concordia, again, is on pace to score 50-plus in the first half. They put up 54 in the first 20 minutes last night. They've got 27 halfway through here tonight. Tyree Johnson on the floater. Doesn't get the roll. And rebounded by Holt. Now Scarpelli, he's on the drive. Boy, Concordia wastes no time. But that time, it ends up costing them as the shot is missed and a foul comes on Tristan Smith.
Yeah, the defense Concordia, not something we highlighted much of last night, but we did see down here on that shot, I think there was just the slightest tip to make sure that didn't go in.
So we will see a full timeout with 9:51 to go in the first half, and we will take one with them. Bulldogs lead the Knights by a baker's dozen.
Because no two sports-related injuries are alike, our sports medicine team is made up of people from all medical backgrounds covering a variety of specialties.
We work together to create a treatment plan customized to your individual injury.
We understand that activity is not limited by age, gender, or skill level, and we offer care that is tailored to you.
Sports injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend warrior or an elite athlete, and we'll be here for you when you need us.
We treat a variety of injuries, ranging from ankle sprains to ACL tears to shoulder dislocations. Our goal is to help you recover to your maximum potential.
Whether you're on the field, in the gym, or in your own backyard, our treatment and rehabilitation plans will get you back to your peak performance.
Trust our team with your sports medicine needs.
Game on.
Welcome back to Omaha here at DJ Sokol Arena, Creighton University. Concordia Bulldogs, the 5th seed in the NAIA tournament, leading the Marian Knights, the 4th seed, 27-14. Tyler Riddy and Owen Goberson here with you on Striv TV. And Owen, what a start for Concordia.
Yeah, what an absolute terrific start. And on both sides of the court as well. Like I was talking right before the break, Concordia's defense last night, we didn't really need to hear a whole lot from him, but there's been a couple of good stops so far, and if they can keep that up, they might put quite a bit of daylight between them and the Knights.
Marian looking for that response. Hayden Lankabell on the drive. Defender goes down. That was Kent. Lankabell can't score. And the rebound finally comes out to Scarpelli. He directs traffic and feeds over to Kent. Tristan Smith on the inside, spinning around, looking for a pass. Now gets it over to Kent. Kent out to Holt for 3. Ryan Holt is off, and it's rebounded by the Knights as they have Brody Whitaker into the game for the first time. Here's a drive the other way, and a foul called offensively. It will go against Luke Goldman, and that gets the Marian faithful fired up. First personal foul against Goldman. 3rd team foul on the Knights. Concordia has 2 as Noah Shutt back into the game for the Bulldogs.
That was all Scarpelli there. He saw what was coming. He read the play like a book, knew where to put himself, got his feet set, and he ate the contact like a champ.
Scarpelli on a bounce to Shutt. Kent wants it in the corner and gets it. That's why he wanted it. He draws the foul on the three-pointer. Don't see that very often. Marian a little overzealous trying to get out to Kent on the perimeter. And they will send the Bulldogs' top scorer to the line for 3 shots.
Imagine the noise in this building if that would have gone for the and one for the 3.
First free throw comes up short for Kent. Already has 5 points. On 2 for 2 shooting. 1 of 1 from three-point land. But he's having some issues from the line. Normally very reliable, up around 85% from the stripe. We'll see if he can salvage a 1 for 3. He can't. Uncharacteristic empty trip for Kent on 3 free throws, and I think Marian's got to take advantage of that opportunity. On a normal day, they would be down 15 or 16 as a result of that. Still within 13. Goldman trying another 3, just made 1 moments ago. Misses that time, but the rebound is tapped to Jacob Wiley back into the game, and he cuts the deficit to 11.
That was a Wiley move down low for Marian. Just got on the lucky bounce and able to put points on the board there.
All kinds of Wiley moves we saw from him last night. 18 points, 9 rebounds. He's already got 4 and 2. There's a 3 from Scarpelli that rattles home. 14-point lead for the Bulldogs. Sam Scarpelli has hit 2 of them from outside. And Christian Stewart on the drive. He lost it. Poked away by Holt. And Scarpelli had to go out of bounds off of Marian. So Concordia keeps it. 7:45 to play in the first half. Scarpelli 2 of 2 from three-point land in the first 13 minutes. Kent and Schutt are 1 of 1 as well. Watson 1 of 3. As this is Scarpelli again, handing to Kent. Concordia working that perimeter. Now Kent drives. Kent trying to sling that one in to Smith. Eventually it does come to him. Tristan Smith out to Scarpelli. 1 on the shot clock. And it'll be a shot clock violation. And Scarpelli had to throw up the prayer.
It was good ball movement there, just maybe a little bit too much. Might have had an opportunity if they would have been a little bit quicker on the draw.
So here is Goman for Marian. 7:05 to go, and a foul will go against Segrin as Stewart was bumped from behind, a 30 against 30 crime. And now we will see A.J. Watson back into the game. Scarpelli checking out. Gets a big hand from the crowd after his 2 made threes. And now Stewart receives the inbound. Marian back to work. Stewart driving, fade away, dies on the back of the iron and goes down. Stewart cuts the deficit to 12. Marian just looking to hang around here in the final 7 minutes of the first half. Segrin got Goman in the air. Dishing it off to Gage Smith, who's able to draw the foul. And it'll be Watson to inbound, 6:39 to go in the half. Watson does get it to Kent. Luke Heedy was trying to read the play. Now missing the floater shot on the inside as it was too strong. 6:25 to go in the half. Jacob Wiley going in on the drive. Eventually it comes over to Stewart left wing. Now a three-pointer. Tyree Johnson can't hit. And now A.J. Watson will push it for Concordia. Watson out to Segrin. Gets it back in the corner. And Kent off the fingertips. Goes back to retrieve it. Watson, pass fake, gets through, kicks it out. Kent for 3. Kent on the money again. Carter Kent is 2 for 2 from distance, and he has 8 points. $15-point lead for the Bulldogs. Nice feed to the inside, and Tyree Johnson able to score on the delivery from Heedy.
He might have had a case there for an and one. There was a lot of contact on his way through.
Johnson with his first 2 points of the night. Watson breaking through and getting it to his man, Noah Schutt. The Schutt slam for the Bulldogs.
It's not the most aggressive poster I have ever seen, but it is impressive. Going up strong there, Schutt.
Kent over to Watson. Three-pointer. This would bring the house down, but it doesn't go. And rebounded by Stewart. Timeout. Marian. Watch those Bulldog fans on the other side of the arena rising their feet. Marian needs answers as Concordia has jumped to a 15-point advantage with under 5 minutes to go in the first half. And it's balanced scoring again. Schutt with 9 points. Kent with 8 points. Scarpelli with 6 points. Smith with 5. Gage Smith, that is. And A.J. Watson with 3. Meanwhile, for Marian, just 2 players over 4 points. Wiley has 4, and Christian Stewart has 7. So if you are the Knights, Owen, is there an answer? And if so, what is it here down the stretch?
I think this half, with 5 minutes left, there's still a little bit of time to stem the bleeding, but I honestly think it's damage control. Just keep the Bulldogs to as little offense as possible. I know that is a easier said than done situation. Try and do as much damage control as possible. Put out the fires where you can. Get to the halftime break as close as you can possibly get it and come out fired up in the second half. Otherwise, this could get out of hand very quickly. It already is a 15-point deficit. If this trend continues, I could see it maybe doubling.
And I think you have to look to your leaders, and that starts with Christian Stewart in his 5th season with Marian. Number 30 in white already has 7 points. He's got the basketball again. Step back 3. That's what he can do, but he comes up short. Now A.J. Watson finding Wiersma. Swinging it around. Watson slipped. Still kicks it out. Kent for 3. Come on now. Concordia absolutely cooking. They lead by 18.
All you can do if you're Marian is just shake your head at that play and wonder what in the world just happened.
3 is missed on the other end by Wiley. I mean, that looked like a completely busted play with Watson going to the ground, and 2 seconds later, it's in the basket for 3. Kent again. Got another one. 4 for 4 from three-point land. Carter Kent is rolling here in Omaha. And the Bulldogs lead by 21. Timeout.
What was that I was saying about damage control?
Yeah. To heck with that, I guess. I mean, you mentioned, Owen, in the beginning of the game when we were talking about last night's offensive showcase from Concordia, taking it into tonight. You said if we just get a fraction of the fireworks we saw in the nightcap between Concordia and Freed Hardman, you'd be satisfied. Are you satisfied? Because we've seen plenty here.
I didn't think you could get a more thrilling game than we got last night as the nightcap. It's not necessarily thrilling as far as a back-and-forth contest, but it is thrilling if you just want to see points go in and you just want to see a team as confident and as on fire as Concordia is right now. There's not many better watches you'll get.
So 3:53 to go in the half. Knights facing an avalanche from the Bulldogs, down by over 20. Needing answers and needing them fast. Concordia 62% from three-point land. Marian 20%. That's all you need to know, as Wiley is shut down on the inside, begging for a call from the officials, but does not get one. Now it's Wiersma. Kent. Deal it all the way back around to Wiersma. Finds Kent on the drive. Kent facing a size mismatch with Wiley guarding. Now it's thrown over with 5 to shoot for Shutt. Poked away, and watch out. Running right into one of the chairs is Harvey. Saw last night him flying all over the basketball court, banging into things outside the playing field, and looks like everybody's all right over there. As he's taking out chairs and towels and Gatorade crates. Concordia basketball at the end of the day with 3:11 to go. And a Shutt comes out. Tristan Smith back in. Harvey has it. Lankabell on the handoff from Wiley. Lankabell met in the air on the block by Tristan Smith. And now Gage Smith unable to get it to the corner for Kent. 3 on the other end is knocked down by Hayden Lankabell. And it's a 44 to make it 41 to 23 game. They put 3 points on the wrong side here at Sokol Arena. And now they've got it right. 18-point contest.
Force of habit on the 3 being chalked up to Concordia.
That's a good point. Tristan Smith looking for the drive. Lankabell standing him up. 5 to shoot. Step back 3. Of course they knock it down. Why not another one? It's Gage Smith this time.
And a shake of the head from Wiley. Did all he could. There's not much you can do to stop Concordia right now.
44-23. Stewart picks it back up. Goes cross court. Lankabell thinking about another 3. Now driving and is blocked. It's a block party under the hoop for Tristan Smith. And with 8 to shoot, the Knights will still have possession. Under 2 minutes to play in the half.
There's a lot more well-rounded of a performance so far from Concordia this evening. Defensive and offensive masterclass thus far, even though they did just concede the 2.
That was Tyree Johnson. Now it is Gage Smith, defended well. The layup try doesn't go. Johnson. Harvey to Wiley, quick ball movement from Marian. Stewart gets it to Wiley, who can't score, but there is a foul. That was one heck of a delivery. Stewart threading the needle to Wiley on the bounce. It'll go against one of the Smiths. That'll be Tristan Smith, his second. And Wiley to the free throw line for 2 shots. 0 of 2 from the line so far tonight. And make it 0 of 3. Boy, we've seen on both sides. Kent going 0 of 3 earlier. And a Wiley 0 for 3. Free throws have been a problem point.
Not sure what the issue could be. Maybe players a bit nervous. You're on the national stage, 1 game away from the round of 16. You can see why the nerves are starting to build up.
And that one gets the bounce for Wiley. And it's an 18-point game, 44-26. Concordia still in the driver's seat. Gage Smith switches on to Tyree Johnson. Now he's got the size advantage. Looking to take advantage, but can't. Tyree Johnson plays him well. He gets the rebound, and watch out. Look at Watson going into the 3rd row, trying to save the basketball. My goodness. It will be Marian ball after all of that. Well, I don't know. If you're a fan sitting in the 3rd row and you just see A.J. Watson coming in at 90 miles an hour, hopping over the journalism table, I mean,
you get out of the way as quickly as possible. That was some impressive parkour action.
Put that on the highlight reel as this is Lankabell. Can't get it to go. Concordia with 40 seconds to go. Gage Smith. Hands off to Wiersma. Wiersma against Wiley. Takes the bump. Now back into the paint, and a big block for Wiley again. And it's out of bounds. Wiley in disgust. Official saying it was deflected off of Marian. And Concordia with 9 to shoot will have an inbound.
Now Wiley has been on the unfortunate end of a couple of close calls tonight. And you can see why the frustration would build up on those 50-50s as well as looking at the scoreboard.
So actually a fresh 20 as there was a foul called against Marian. 2.5 seconds between game and shot clock. It's Watson. Harvey backs off of him. Watson still waiting, has 6 to shoot. Now Watson looking for the jumper. Watson knocks it down as he's going to the court. And now 2 seconds left. Wiley, I don't know if he got it off. It's offline anyway. The Concordia Bulldogs own the first half. They lead by 20 as there's an altercation. Altercation on the near side of the court as the officials do a heck of a job to break it up, but both teams will head to the locker room. One feeling way better than the other. It's the Bulldogs 46, the Knights 26. We'll be back for the second half next on Striv TV.
Because no 2 sports-related injuries are alike, our sports medicine team is made up of people from all medical backgrounds covering a variety of specialties.
We work together to create a treatment plan customized to your individual injury.
We understand that activity is not limited by age, gender, or skill level, and we offer care that is tailored to you.
Sports injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend warrior or an elite athlete, and we'll be here for you when you need us.
We treat a variety of injuries, ranging from ankle sprains to ACL tears to shoulder dislocations. Our goal is to help you recover to your maximum potential.
Whether you're on the field, in the gym, or in your own backyard, our treatment and rehabilitation plans will get you back to your peak performance.
Trust our team with your sports medicine needs.
Game on.
welcome back to Omaha here at DJ Sokol Arena for the opening round championship of the men's NAIA basketball tournament. And we have a lopsided one thus far through 20 minutes. Fifth seeded Concordia leading fourth seeded Marian 46-26. Tyler Reedy and Owen Giberson on the call. And Owen, you look at the stats. Concordia 55% from the field, Marian 35%, Concordia 64%, 9 of 14 from three, Marian just 25% from three. That probably tells the viewers all they need to know, but Owen, your thoughts on that first half?
Yeah, execution-wise, Marian was cold. They were not able to hit nearly as many shots as they needed to keep up with this lightning that is the Concordia Bulldogs offense. We saw them catch fire early last night, and we saw IU Northwest not be able to keep up with it, and it looks like it is the second chapter of the same book here this evening.
Leading scores in this one for Concordia, Carter Kent has turned back into his usual scoring self. Went quiet for a little while in that Great Plains Athletic Conference Championship, but he has 14 points on 4 of 4 from three-point land. Noah Shutt with 9 points to follow his 21 last night. And Gage Smith with 8 as well to go with 8 rebounds. And for Marian, leading scorer just 7 points for Christian Stewart and 5 each for Jacob Wiley and Hayden Lankabell. It does start with the Knights, as this is Stewart. Luke Ullman. Johnson over to Harvey. Stewart on the drive, cutting to the basket, and the layup does not go. Rebound for Noah Shutt. Wiersma. Gage Smith with it. Feeds Kent. Kent looking for the right opening, and he goes with the high arcing floater. And Carter Kent has 16 points for the 22-point lead. Stewart with it for Marian. Kent not just 4 of 4 from three, 6 of 6 from the field as a whole.
Look out as well. Smith is 2 points, 2 rebounds away from a double-double.
I should also note Kent, with his scoring tonight, has moved into 5th all-time on the Concordia all-time scoring list, as blocked on the play was Harvey, but short-term memory, he gets it back and drains the jumper. Wiersma on the feed from Gage Smith. It's a 10 3-pointer for Concordia, Justin Wiersma. The Bulldogs have hit 50. 23-point advantage for Concordia, as they are now 10 of 15. 67%, just unheard of from three-point land tonight, as there's a foul called on the floor. It'll go against Carter Kent. First personal foul. Fresh 20 on the shot clock for Marian, as Christian Harvey crosses over, looking for Wiley on the bounce, and Wiley draws the quick foul. And we'll go against Watson, banging up against the base of the hoop. Not happy about that one. So 2 quickies against Concordia. And Marian will keep it. Harvey all the way back for Tyree Johnson. Given space by Wiersma. Hands off to Harvey. Dishes back out. Goldman to Wiley behind the back. Wiley the floater, well short. And the rebound pulled in by Smith. It's Wiersma in transition. Giving to Kent. Kent spinning, stripped by Stewart. Now on the other end, this is Harvey driving in. Offensive foul against Marian. Christian Harvey, slow to get up. Might be more out of frustration than anything else, as the charge is called. Concordia takes over 2:20 into the second half.
And that was just exasperation there from Harvey. Driving inside, thought he was going to get a big 2 points, maybe even an and one. And at the end of the day, didn't even get the solace of knowing at least it went in, even if I got the charge called against me.
Wiersma working around, getting it to go in the reverse. where he made a turnstile out of Tyree Johnson, and the Bulldogs lead by 25. Luke Ullman giving to Stewart. Stewart driving on Kent, going behind the back. The floater's too strong, and the height advantage for Gage Smith, pulling it in. Now Watson racing down the court, again almost losing his footing.
That is Smith's 10th rebound of the game. Just needs one to go from the floor for the double-double.
Watson over to Smith, and that will be a foul against Wiley. Second personal foul against Wiley. Marian will have 2 substitutions made as we see Whitaker and Lankabell into the game. A.J. Watson for Concordia, still rolling with that same starting 5 as Watson loses it. Harvey got him. Watson looking for a steal, but it is Harvey going all the way coast to coast, and it's a 23-point game. Now Kent to Wiersma. Coming back the other way, he misses, but an offensive rebound and a foul called. Gage Smith will have 2 free throws.
He has been an absolute weapon down in the paint on both sides of the court, going up and coming down to the ball a lot more often than not.
Yeah, it seems like every game, Concordia just has that menacing presence on the inside, whether it was Noah Shutt last night with the 9 rebounds or Gage Smith tonight, as the first free throw rims out, so he won't have an opportunity to reach the double-double on this trip, but still plenty of game left. Now 9 points, 11 boards for Gage Smith, and the lead to 24 for the Bulldogs. Christian Harvey. Cross in the court, hand into Stewart. Hand in his face from Kent. Stewart, tough take, and he left it short. Rebound goes to Shutt. Gage Smith working on the left wing. Feeds back for Watson. Now Shutt, Watson again, calling for it, taking the 3, and that one did not have enough on it. And it's Harvey the other way for Marian. Wiley, it looked like he was totally expecting it, but does get it back for Harvey. And it's Wiley again. On the baseline, cutting in on Smith. Wiley defended well, but defended illegally as he gets the and 1. Wiley will go to the free throw line for 1 shot, looking to make it a 21-point game.
Man, that just shows the high IQ from Wiley and the quick reaction time as well to get that ball back, know exactly what to do at the right moment, drawing that call.
Another missed free throw. It has not been Wiley's night at the line. He's 1 of 5. But it is a 22-point game, and Wiley does have 7 points now to tie for the team lead. Carter Kent into Shutt. Sizing up his man and drawing the foul. It'll go against Brody Whitaker. That is his 2nd personal foul, 4th team foul against the Knights. Watson inbound with a fresh 20. Gage Smith back for Watson on the drive. Watson steps out, and it now comes over to Wiersma. Lost his dribble for a moment, gets it back. Smith for 3. Gage Smith knocks it down. Concordia continues to feast from beyond the arc.
Lights out 3-pointer there.
And it's just incredible. All 5 Concordia starters have made a 3 or more. And then you have Scarpelli as well, going 2 for 2 off the bench. And Shutt with a massive rejection. Helps Harvey back to his feet after he swatted him away. It'll go out of bounds and stay with Marian. 10 on the shot clock. So Bulldogs now 11 of 18 from 3. Marian just 3 of 12, haven't attempted one in this second half. 5 to shoot for Stewart. He might have to take a 3. He's trapped. And the officials will discuss. And it looks like they'll get a foul against Concordia. Indeed, they will. Don't totally agree with it?
I didn't see any contact, so I'm not sure where the foul's coming from on that one.
I'm not sure if Stewart tried to shift the ball back over from his left side to his right side and caught the defender in the process, but the official was right there, and they made the call, and a fresh 20 to shoot now for Marian. Wiley on the spin, got 2 more. Wiley has been a bright spot for Marian tonight. He has 9 points. It's Watson over to Wiersma. Kent, shot fake, working on the baseline. Kent, up and under, does not go. And now the other way, Jizzy gives it off, and we'll get a foul on the floor as it was Whitaker on the drive. And it'll go against Shutt. 5th team foul against Concordia. As Scarpelli, Tristan Smith into the game for Concordia. Marian has brought Lukidi back in. Bowman, Lankabell, Whitaker also on the floor. There's a 3. That one missed by Heedy. And the rebound is tapped to Gage Smith. Scarpelli handling it. Made 2 3-pointers off the bench. It has showed plenty of emotion in doing it. Getting the mostly one-sided fans here riled up. Traveled well from Seward in support of the Bulldogs. Gage Smith looking for a triple. That one's strong. And rebounded by Lankabell.
Hasn't been as productive of a second half here in the first 7 minutes for Concordia, but Marian just has not been able to do much to get themselves back into it. Can they do it now?
Catch and shoot 3-pointer. That's Lankabell knocking it down. And the Knights are back within 20. See what happens if Concordia lets up a couple more of those threes. Marian starts stringing them together. Could potentially get back into it. Scarpelli has been stringing threes together. He missed that time, but on cleanup duty, it's Tristan Smith.
Surprised he didn't hit his head on any of the banners here from the Creighton women's teams over the years. That was some impressive airtime.
He got up. Heedy with the score on the other end, and it's a 20-point game again. Scarpelli going for 2 that time. And it does not go. Heedy hands off to Whitaker. Behind the back, Whitaker sizing up Smith, blocked again. And the second try results in a foul against Concordia. Sixth-team foul against the Bulldogs. So getting close to bonus territory for Marian. As Whitaker looking for his first scoring of the night. Gets it at the free throw line as Kent will come out of the game for the Bulldogs. And it is Segrin on the court now. Whitaker 2 of 2, so an 18-point game. Concordia, after being down 25 moments ago, starting to draw back in. 12 minutes to go.
And Concordia, to keep themselves a little bit more comfortable here, need to get points on the board on this possession.
Segrin, Scarpelli, all the time in the world, and Scarpelli for a 3rd time tonight knocks down a 3 off the bench.
Yeah, like that.
The lead to 21 for the Bulldogs, and Gage Smith with the steal. The steal on the other end, Lankabell with the thievery. He works his way in, can't score, and Gage Smith, another strong rebound. He has been the man in the paint tonight for Concordia. 13 rebounds now to go with 12 points, so he has that double-double you've been talking about. And he's got the ball again here. Back for Scarpelli. 10 to shoot as Tristan Smith sees the defender go down, and it is an offensive foul. And even with the 21-point lead, the Concordia fans want to share a piece of their mind with that official.
As partial as I am to a good charge, I'm not sure the defender's feet were set there.
So Marian takes over. 11 minutes to go. This is Heedy. Driving in, Maximus Jizzy. Guarded tightly by Wiersma. On the bounce, Lankabell working in. Unable to finish it. And another rebound for Gage Smith. This is Wiersma pushing ahead. Wiersma fouled. And the Marian fans will be happy to see one go their way. Or rather, the Concordia fans will be happy to see one go their way, as we will see Harvey and Stewart checking back in for Marian. Noah Shutt also into the game for Concordia. He and Wiersma, the only starters in at the moment. As this goes into Tristan Smith. And Christian Harvey mistimed his jump and caught him on the foul. That'll send Tristan Smith to the free throw line for 2, as we already saw right before the halftime break, these two teams got into it a little bit. There's been some chippiness throughout the night. Unfortunately, despite some hard fouls, not seeing much. 2 shots for Tristan Smith, working on a 4-point night. And cannot make it 5. He's got a second opportunity here, looking for a 22-point lead. Second try is perfect. Harvey will bleed the basketball out and keep as much time on board as possible as he drives now. Harvey forcing the issue, basket and the foul. Christian Harvey wasting no time, just 6 seconds off the clock on that possession. And Harvey to the free throw line for 1. So 10:31 to play. Holt set to check in for Concordia as Harvey lines up the free throw. Looking for his 9th point of the evening, and he collects it. Lead back down to 19. As it'll be Holt checking in for Tristan Smith. Scarpelli off the inbound. Working against Luke Heedy. Scarpelli pivots and finds Holt. Segrin, Scarpelli, now Wiersma on the right side. Wiersma drives, and that's a foul on the floor against Marian. It'll be their 7th as a team. Tyree Johnson is whistled. And it looked like they got it drawn by Shutt, and indeed it will be 12 in blue going to the free throw line. 1-1. Shutt now 3 of 3 from the line. 10 points, the 3rd Concordia Bulldog to reach double figures. As I said earlier, they had 5 with 10 or more last night. And Shutt goes 2 for 2. It's 11 points for him and a 21-point Bulldog lead.
It's one of the big things to why Concordia is where they're at right now on the scoreboard. Not a single night. I was just about to say, a single night has made double digits, but how many? That brings Harvey up to 11. He is the first one to crack double figures.
Harvey now 5 of 8 from the field as Scarpelli holds for Concordia. 15 to shoot. Wiley set to check back in for the Knights. Wiersma cutting in. Wiersma, look at him use his body to shield off the defenders and score 2. Wiersma showing that experience, the junior from Loveland, Colorado, making a great offensive play. Tyree Johnson collected the offensive rebound following the Harvey miss, but can't get it to go. And now Scarpelli again will just wind the clock. Concordia not pressing more than they should here offensively, just playing game management now. Scarpelli still waiting. He has 6 to shoot. He's double teamed. Kick it out. Wiersma got his man in the air, and Harvey again going down hard. He has taken some tough body contact these last 2 nights, flying all over the court, running into stanchions last night. And hit the ground hard there. Fortunately, he's back to his feet. And with 8:53 to go, we will get a media timeout. And we at Striv TV will take one with them and be back for the final moments of the second half.
Because no two sports-related injuries are alike, our sports medicine team is made up of people from all medical backgrounds covering a variety of specialties.
We work together to create a treatment plan customized to your individual injury.
We understand that activity is not limited by age, gender, or skill level, and we offer care that is tailored to you.
Sports injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend warrior or an elite athlete, and we'll be here for you when you need us.
We treat a variety of injuries, ranging from ankle sprains to ACL tears to shoulder dislocations. Our goal is to help you recover to your maximum potential.
Whether you're on the field, in the gym, or in your own backyard, our treatment and rehabilitation plans will get you back to your peak performance.
Trust our team with your sports medicine needs.
Game on.
Back here at DJ Sokol Arena for the opening round men's championship for the NAIA basketball tournament. 5th seeded Concordia Bulldogs trying to close the deal out on 4th seeded Marian, leading 67-46 under 9 minutes to play in the second half. Tyler Reedy and Owen Godberson on the call here for this one. And Owen, all Concordia, talked about the success they found inside and outside in the first half, but what have you liked from them to just keep the pressure on and hold the lead at arm's length here in the second half?
I think they improved greatly from what they had last night in terms of defensive showing. They have come out today with, obviously they came out with a defensive game plan last night, you're imagining, but you look at the defensive side of things, there's a lot more defense tonight for Concordia. They're getting stops and they're turning those turnovers, they're turning stops into more points and really keeping them a little bit farther away at arm's reach than they did IU and W last night.
With both free throws knocked down by Smith on the 1-and-1. Make that Wiersma. You should note Tristan Smith has fouled out of the game for Concordia, as this is Stewart working. Down by 23. Blankabell on a bounce to Wiley. Jacob Wiley spinning, unable to score. Tyree Johnson, the one-armed rebound, and the second effort goes. He wants a foul, but Johnson able to come up with 2. And now Scarpelli. 8:15 to go in the second half. Bounced in to Shutt. Noah Shutt absorbing a little bit of a bump and going up to score. And every time Marian has made an attempt to get on a run, Concordia has bounced right back. As we get a foul called against the Bulldogs, against Seagren. 7:58 to go, second personal foul against Seagren. And the 9th team foul on Concordia. So Stewart going to the line for a 1-and-1 as A.J. Watson and Christian Harvey back in the game for Concordia and Marian respectively.
That's the problem with playing a team like Concordia. You really can't keep up with their punches nearly as much as you'd like to, defensively and offensively tonight. They've just been superb and they've gotten the ball to bounce their way a lot. Luck has been on Concordia's side this weekend. I don't think any of the players would argue that point, but they're turning that luck into points, and it's not all luck, but every once in a while in any sport, but especially come March time, it just makes it that much easier.
Stewart didn't need any luck on his free throws. He goes 2 of 2 and not needing the rim for any help. So 21-point game. Shutt works in on Lankabell. Has it poked away but retrieves. Shutt right back to work as he draws the foul, and going to see a lot of free throws down the stretch. That's now 9 team fouls on both sides. Still 7:38 remaining until we end regulation. Shutt for a 1-and-1. It's the first one. Bulldogs with the 2 free throws moments ago by Wiersma now have 4 double-digit scores. Shutt is one of them with 14. And make it 15 to go with 5 boards. Concordia by 23. Here's Christian Stewart with 7.5 to play. Driving in, Stewart dishes last moment to Johnson, who gets his man in the air and finishes. And now A.J. Watson looking to go. Back for Kent. Kent spinning, able to dish it back for Shutt, and Kent picks it up once again. Double teamed, that gets Shutt free, but he was defended well, and the rebound is knocked up off the shot clock. And it'll go to the Knights with 7:06 to play.
Yeah, an unlucky bounce there, but another instance. The height on some of these players are getting up to. Holt knocking it up and over.
Holt checking out of the game. Gage Smith returns to the hardwood for Concordia. Harvey once again trying to preserve as much time as possible. Finds his man Wiley on the reverse, doesn't go, and look at that. A one-handed rebound again from Tyree Johnson. He's showing off his athleticism, but twice cannot get the basket to fall.
Yeah, a couple of bites of the cherry there, just couldn't quite get it to go, but you mentioned the physicality there. This late on to still be wanting it as much as they are.
Some theft and a big slam from Harvey. And it's a 19-point game. Tell you what, even if Marian is unable to come back and pull this one out, put that on the film for Christian Harvey.
It was an emphatic finish there from the Daredevil today.
Looking like John Morant. Here is Carter Kent pulling up for 3, and finally he misses one, and Stewart with a strong rebound. That'll be team foul number 10 against Marian, so Stewart can make his way to the free throw line for 2.
And we're getting towards the final 6 minutes here. It's not necessarily close, but the way things are going right now, Marian, if they get a couple of more stops and are able to capitalize, we might have ourselves an interesting last couple of minutes.
The scores are certainly going to have to come quickly for the Knights. The last few have. And Stewart knocks down the first free throw and does not need the rim once again for the second. It's a 17-point game. Concordia just has to try and be smart down the stretch. Avoid any needless turnovers. They're still pushing it as Kent is blocked on the inside. Gets it out to Watson on the recovery. He's short on the 3 and rebounded by Wiley. Harvey to Wiley, making his way toward the basket and does not get it to fall. Watson splitting defenders. High stepping, getting it to his man as it's Gage Smith drawing the foul, a shooting foul. They'll get it on Wiley, and 2 free throws for Gage Smith.
And more physicality today from Smith. And look at Harvey needing an ice bath at the end of this weekend. On his way up for his rebounds today, he has taken his fair share of it, Smith, so he may need an ice bath as well.
Now 13 points, 15 rebounds for Gage Smith, as Wiersma will take the place of Segrin. Marian has Goman back into the game. Gage Smith looking for the 2-for-2 trip. And he's got it. 14 and 15 points and rebounds now for Smith. Junior from Colorado having a night. Now Stewart trying to keep control, able to throw it back blindly for Goman. And now 15 on the shot clock. Wiley out for Stewart. He's open for three. Stewart clanks it short, and a foul on the rebound. That will go against Marian. It's against Wiley once again, his fourth. And right back to the free throw line in the double bonus. It will be Gage Smith. So he has a chance to really put up a stat total if he can keep getting to the free throw line like this. He'll have plenty of chances, both teams in the double bonus. And Smith knocks down the first. 5 of 6 from the free throw line tonight. And now 6 of 7. 16 points for Gage Smith to go with his 15 rebounds. And now with 5:10 to go, 21-point game facing the Knights. Here comes Harvey on the drive. Harvey got the foul and the score. And Marian has been able to make those plays, picking up the three-point opportunities. Christian Harvey, but only so much time remaining and only so many chances they've had to put a stop to the Concordia offense. Harvey can make it an 18-point game. And he does not. Gage Smith, another rebound. 16 and 16 now for him, as this is Watson with under 5 minutes to play. Double team. Knights putting on the pressure. Over to Kent. On a bounce to Wiersma. Wiersma head fake. Working against Stewart. Has to kick back out. 6 to shoot. Watson driving. Watson blocking foul. With 3 on the shot clock. Watson's going back to the free throw line for 2 shots. .438 to play. Watson has not attempted a free throw tonight. And he knocks in his first one as Marian will have Jizzy back into the game. Harvey going to the bench. Harvey and Wiley both in foul trouble for Marian, 4 each. Wiley has come back into the game. As Watson hits them both.
Harvey taking a seat for a couple of minutes, maybe just cooling down a little bit, make sure he doesn't foul out tonight.
3-point look, quick release, nothing but nylon. How about Luke Goman knocking it down? And an 18-point game again. Watson. Kent off the hardwood for Shutt, who's able to score 2. And a 20-point lead again for the Bulldogs. Jacob Wiley. Pass deflected and kept in play by Gage Smith. Mark it down on the stat sheet again for him. This will be Wiersma. Handing back with 3:45 to go. Concordia well over 80 points now. Lighting it up offensively once again. Wiersma with 7 to shoot. Wiersma has his pocket picked, but now 3 to shoot. Watson gets it back. He steps back for 3. Can't hit, but Kent skying for the offensive rebound, and he finds Watson. Watson driving. Too fast, can't get it to go. And a foul from behind, drawn by Shutt, grabbing that rebound.
That'll be Wiley's 5th of the game, it looks like.
And that is it for Jacob Wiley, as you said. The senior from Houston will get a hug from Tyree Johnson, checking out for what looks to be the final time. As Marian facing that 20-point, potentially 22-point deficit with 3:15 to go. As Shutt hits the first free throw. And once again, he has become the leading scorer for Concordia with 18 now, and he's 7 of 7 from the line. Had 21 last night, and he'll stay at 18 as he goes 1 of 2. Concordia moving quickly. Johnson, the offensive rebound after the miss by Whitaker. And that'll be a foul against Concordia, so we have transitioned from a basketball game to a free throw shooting contest now, as both teams have been in the double bonus for quite a few minutes now. Johnson to the line for 2. Foul was against Uher, just into the game for Concordia, as Johnson misses the first. Christian Stewart, another senior for Marian, checking out of the ball game. Johnson goes 0 for 2, and the rebound to Shutt. Now Watson. Only starters still on the floor for Marian are Johnson and Goman. Concordia still has all of them aside from Gage Smith. Now Kent working in, dishes back out. Watson 12 to shoot. Watson switched on to Goman. That's another foul, and Goman says, "You gotta be kidding me," to the official. He's still talking to him a little bit. I think he might be saying Watson extended the arm out a little bit, but 14 in blue will be going to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Yeah, it is a physical game tonight, and there's been a lot of calls that have gone either way, but at the end of the day, here, Marian, you can't be too angry with the officials because it just has not been their day from really any angle. 53.3% from the free throw line, 38 from the floor, just shy of 30% from beyond the arc.
Watson now with 9 points. Concordia 77% as a team from the line. Whitaker spins. Whitaker just trickles off the rim as he draws the foul. Brody Whitaker putting in some work. Will head to the free throw line for 2 shots. 2:31 to go in the half. Brody Whitaker, the freshman from Greencastle, Indiana, knocks down the first. A 71% free throw shooter coming in. And he's now 3 for 3 on the night. Make it 4 for 4. Confident stroke from Brody Whitaker in a 21-point game. As Wiersma handles it for Concordia. Double teamed to Kent. Baseline, Shutt wide open. Second dunk of the night for Noah Shutt. And the lead to 23 for Concordia. Now a drive coming the other way. Doesn't fall for Goman. Offensive rebound comes back to Goman, who draws the foul.
Yeah, Goman, a big physical presence down low. We've seen a little bit of his versatility tonight. He can get down and dirty in the paint, but he can also stroke it from beyond. So, very talented player there.
Noah Shutt, for the second consecutive night, 20 or more points. Has his 6th game this season of scoring 20 points or more, as Goman is able to knock down the first. Concordia will send 2 more of the starters out of the game. Shutt and Watson to the bench, as we'll see Nick Cito into the game. Tanner Wobbles is in as well. Goldman 2 of 2 from the line. And under 2 minutes to play. Concordia in full control, ahead by 21. Kent. Back for Wubbles. Eventually it's moved back over for Kent. Wiersma. Back for Wubbles, working out of the corner, finds Kent, another three. Carter Kent. Have a night, young man. He's 5 of 6 from three-point land. And we'll get a 30-second timeout. A 19-point even for Carter Kent.
What more can you say about this Concordia team? They have absolutely decimated this opening round Omaha NAIA opening round pod. I was just about to say led by Kent, but it was quite a few points of this spear that have gone through the hearts of IU, NW, and Marian fans across the country.
Joel Baker is into the game for Concordia. There's a jumper from Jizzy. So a 22-point game. Also in for Concordia, Skylar Woida, 44. This is Cito driving it in. Nick Cito on a bounce to Uher, and the defender goes flying over the top of him. That is Whitaker on the foul, so 2 free throws coming up for Uher, a junior from Crete, Nebraska. Clay Uher knocks down the first, and that's 90 points again for Concordia. Put up 96 in the win over Indiana Northwest last night. And the offense just continues on its path of destruction. Second free throw well short, but a rebound for Skylar Woida. And now back for Cito. 50 seconds to go. Cito stepping back, three-point shot is long, and rebounded by Heedy. 40 seconds to play, 40 seconds separating Concordia with a date with Indiana Kokomo in the round of 16 as it's a foul against Cito of the Bulldogs. Marian will head back to the free throw line. Brody Whitaker taking the shots. 2 free throws. First attempt rims out. As Concordia will make another substitution. Clay Uher out. Kelly Vanalik, the sophomore, hometown Seward kid, into the game. As Whitaker goes 0 for 2. Rebound to Woida. 6.5 seconds between shot and game clock as Cito controls from the top. Cito driving, getting to the baseline and kicking out. 3-point shot for Wubbles. Doesn't go. Another offensive rebound. Woida loses it. And now just 12 seconds to play. A drive looking for one last bucket. Marian will take one more shot. It is missed by Heedy, and the Concordia Bulldogs are moving on to the round of 16. They take down Marian 90-67 with an impressive showing tonight. Bulldogs will be facing Indiana Kokomo, the 8 seed. It'll be an 8 versus 5 matchup coming up next week. Owen, final thoughts on another brilliant offensive showing from Concordia.
Yeah, 4 different players in double digits, 5 different players last night in the double digits off the bench. You've got a grand total of 15 bench points for Concordia, 28 points in the paint. It wasn't just their perimeter offense. It wasn't just them hitting their threes. It was them doing the dirty work. They grinded out these 2 results. Yes, on the scoreboard, they didn't look like that difficult of games, but there was some physicality, some competition, and this Concordia team is tough as nails. They are tough as dogs, as moving on.
So Concordia will go to the round of 16. Marian will go back to Indianapolis. And we will go home after our 6th and final game of coverage here on Striv TV. It's been a great opening round here in Omaha, Nebraska. Concordia heading off to the round of 16 to take on IU Kokomo. So, Owen, been great calling these with you for these 6-1s. Any final thoughts here before we sign off?
I just want to give some quick props. Let me just remind folks who don't know this, or if you do know this as a reminder, this man hasn't even finished high school
Here we
yet.
go. Come on now.
And he's already a star. Fantastic work this weekend, my friend. A bright future ahead. Give this man the love he deserves on Twitter. And thank you guys so much for joining us this weekend.
Well, Owen, thank you so much for the love. It's been a blast doing these with you. 6 games, and I'd say we did a pretty decent job. So we'll sign it off for the final time here this weekend from DJ Sokol Arena. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. Tyler Reedy and Owen Godberson saying good Saturday night. See you next time.